We're Slikrok Productions, and I want to talk about suspension for a minute. I want to talk about MTS. So as a lot of you guys know, we have a really good relationship with MTS. We've done a lot of work with these guys, but I want to talk about the progression that we've had over the last 6 or 8 months. We used to set this up that MTS would do suspension at a customer's request with how they would drive. So basically you would come in, tell them what riding style you had, and they would set your car up around the kind of terrain that you drive. The problem we ran into over a while is a lot of folks don't know how they drive. You know, a lot of folks will come in and say they drive like Robbie Gordon. Turns out they don't. Some of them will come in and say they grandmother car, but they actually drive kind of hardcore. And so there's a little bit of a balance there. Expectations is everything when you're setting up your car. Now, one of the things we get hit with a lot, that we talk about a lot, it's very aggravating when you spend $20,000+ on a machine and then you got to spend $1,500 or $1,800 to upgrade your suspension. Does it suck? Absolutely. But that is how it kind of works. You spend 20 grand plus on a machine. We upgrade cages, we upgrade wheels and tires. We all know that a lot of things that come factor in these cars are not top of the line. I mean, they do the bare minimum to get through. And suspension is one of those areas where you can go a long way. These cars ride a lot better when you get your suspension done. They're a lot more comfortable, they're a lot more predictable, they're a lot safer. And when you can go out and you can ride for a full day and not get beat up, you're happy, your occupants are happy. It makes a big difference when you're out there riding. Suspension is one of those things. It's the number 2 upgrade on my list. Obviously safety components are number 1, but a properly handling car goes a really long way when you're out enjoying the trails with your family. So what we've done with MTS is for the last 6 or 8 months, we have developed 4 tunes. We've tried to simplify this down, and these tunes are phenomenal. We spent a lot of time and a lot of effort really dialing these things in, and these guys have just gone the extra mile. We have taken so many shocks apart, on cars, off cars, all kinds of different vehicles out there, figuring out the best tunes. And the 4 areas we broke this down to, number 1 is the Moab Tune. That's the tune that we run the most. If you're a rock crawler and a trail rider, a mountain rider, this is a tune that allows your car to articulate. It's really spongy, it's soft. You can go through jounce and rebound on a rough trail without getting beat up. It's a super comfortable tune. But if you're gonna drive on high speed stuff, you're gonna air your car out, that's a little bit of a sloppy tune for that. The next step up is the Rubicon. That's probably gonna be the most popular tune in Utah. It's soft, so your car articulates well, it handles in the mountains really well, but if you want to jump your car and you want to get a little more aggressive, maybe at the dunes, that's a really good tune for that. After that is the BAJA Tune. The BAJA Tune is a sand. You know, if you spend 80% of your time sand riding and a little bit out on the trails, that's a really good tune for that. You can jump your car, it'll take the whoops at really high speeds. And then we have the Dakar Tune. That's the hardcore tune. If you're a guy who jumps his car 20 feet in the air, you like to hit the whoops at 80 miles an hour, that is a tune that will handle that. And so knowing what kind of terrain you ride and what you mostly do in your vehicle really helps us to point you in the right direction, to get you the right tune, so it's money well spent and you really enjoy your car. So if you have any questions about any of these tunes, if you're looking to get new suspension, I know a lot of you guys out there have already done it. I know a lot of you guys have dealt with MTS. Feel free to chime in the comments down here. Tell us about your experiences with them. Preston is my go-to guy here in Utah. He is an absolute badass. He's a really good mechanic. He's a good friend of ours. We spent a lot of time riding and doing tunes with him. He has got a lot of knowledge about this. Todd Sandberg is an authorized dealer down in St. George. If you're down in that area, reach out to Todd. He can certainly help you out there. Obviously, the MTS boys are out of Arizona. They're all online here too. We'll tag them all through this. But if you have questions, you're thinking about doing your suspension, you're thinking about doing an upgrade, reach out to us. Between all of us, we have a lot of knowledge. We can certainly point you in the right direction. And believe me, when you get your suspension dialed in, it is worth every penny of it.